On this week's episode, I'm travelling solo.
Yeah, that's right. I'm travelling Brazil for 3 weeks on my own, and this is what I'll get up to.
People do this for like 6 months at a time to a year. I salute you, because my back is fucking knackered and I'm only doing this for 3 weeks. So here's the pier and there's the speedboat. Now I've got to figure out which one I'm getting on. As you can hear, I'm a bit out of breath.
Floor 6. Going up.
So, as we walk in, we have the lovely living room, which they have a lovely little sofa here. And then we've got some artwork on the side, some hangers. And then we've got a coffee machine, cups. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Oh, a little toasty machine. And then we come around here, the kitchen area. I love the little light bulbs hanging from the ceiling. You've got a fridge, microwave, hob, sink, and then a little seating area and a bin as well. And that is just what it looks like here. Oh yes, they've also got a fan too. And then we walk around here. This is the hallway. So we've got a phone just down to reception. There is a 24-hour concierge downstairs, or doorman. Little artwork on the side. Through here we have the bathroom and shower room. So we've got the toilet, the shower, sink, and then also a washing machine there too. And they already do provide shampoo as well, and towels, and a hairdryer, which I thought was very nice. And then we go around here into the bedroom. I love the blue theme throughout the apartment. So we've got the flat screen TV, and then Wi-Fi as well just there. The TV does have Netflix as well. And then we've got the big wardrobe here. The beds are very comfy. We've got 2 bedside tables and lamps. And then outside here is the jungle. So it literally is a jungle outside, but I love it. I also forgot to do a bed test for you guys, so I'll just do that now. We're running stopped. Yep. I'm gonna have a good nap here. Okay, so I don't know when the last time I filmed. I think it was when I was getting into Rio on the coach, but basically I've been a bit bad at filming. So yesterday I got to my hostel in Ipanema. That was the More Ipanema hostel. I met 2 girls there that are so lovely, so stunning. So I met 2 girls there. We went out for dinner. We went to a sushi bar. I can show you some videos. It was my first time trying sushi as well. It was sensational. I would definitely recommend. But yeah, I didn't film much in the hostel just because everyone else was there and I didn't really feel like I should intrude on them. So I've just got a few clips. But yeah, I only stayed at the hostel for 1 night, and now I'm in my Airbnb for 2 nights. So I just thought I'd give a little bit of a debrief because I can't remember what I filmed and what I didn't. It's been the supermarket. Oh, let's give these a try. In the previous clips when I was at the Airbnb, I didn't film a lot as this was the same day I filmed the how many tourist attractions I can visit in 1 day video. If you want to give that a watch, it's linked in the playlist below. Okay, so I can't remember the last time I filmed. I'm still in Rio. I've left the hostel, I've left the second Airbnb that I was in, and now I'm in a hotel. So this hotel is like quite close to Copacabana, sorry. It's quite close to the beachfront, so I'll just give you a little tour now. Okay, so as we walk in, we've got storage here where I've just put all my shit again. And then we've got a safe and then a fridge down at the bottom. And then walking from here, we have, bam, the bedroom. So walk into the bedroom. We've got a lovely double bed and then 2 bedside tables either side with lights and sockets. And then a lovely full long length mirror. Hey, turn around, TV and aircon, and then just, if you just want to sit at a desk and do desk things, yeah, and then a bin there as well. And then outside, we've got the lovely view of the bay. And then in this apartment, we do actually have a balcony, which I love. And then down there, oh, that hotel looks so nice. And then down there is the view. Stunning. And then if we go back through here, this is the bathroom. Just very basic. Long length mirror, sink, towels, toiletries, and then a big shower. And then the toilet. So yeah. Very good, I think, and because it's carnival season, this was like £330 for 2 nights, which isn't too bad for carnival. So yes, this hotel was £310, I think, or 330. I'll just find out and correct myself. But that is for 2 nights, and it is a bed and breakfast as well. And there's a pool upstairs, which I've already used, and it is amazing. So yeah, just on my way to go get some acai now. I think it's about 4:30. Okay, that was very loud. But yeah, I'm on my way to get some acai now. Acai. God, in this elevator to swipe and then pick whichever one you want to go on. So for the next few clips, just please ignore the pronunciation of the word acai. I now know there is acai and not acai, so just ignore me being an idiot. Just been out, get me food. Here it is. Let's see what it's like. I've had an acai. I've had an acai lid, and then I've had a burger. Get them this way. This smells fucking heavenly. I've had truffle mayo, a smashed cheeseburger and fries. Oof, yes please. I'm sorry, but look at that. I've never been happier to see a cheesy chip. This right here is a thing of beauty. The burger looks like it gives the side down a bit, but I can tell you it will taste amazing. I can tell from looking at it and the smell. Parmesan fries taste test. Delicious, just like I knew it would be. Now let's try the burger. I think I got a double smash with cheese and a mysterious sauce. I'm not entirely sure what sauce. It's like if Five Guys was cheap. This is what that is. Sorry, you're gonna have to give me a minute because that is sensational. Okay, so I'm going to give this a try. I don't know what it is exactly. I know that it's original to Brazil. Cheers, boys. I don't know what to think about that. It's kind of sherbety, like a lolly almost. Quite nice though. can't put my finger on what the taste is. This hotel was actually situated between both Copacabana and Ipanema Beach. It was very central, but it was also really quiet and peaceful and relaxing, considering it was right on the beachfront, and the views were astonishing. So I'm going to have a quick 2 hours by the pool, do a bit of tanning, and then I'm going to go down to Ipanema Beach and just see what's happening down there. But look at my beautiful view. Look how stunning it is. Delicious. I've just been on the rooftop and I've heard some drums in the distance. So I'm going now to Copacabana Beach to see if there's any rehearsals going on for Carnival. So yeah, Copacabana. Copacabana Beach is one of the biggest beaches I've ever seen in my life. They were selling things from bikinis to cocktails. They just basically had it all right on the beach. This beach is bloody massive. It's gorgeous. Whilst I was at the beach, I bought 2 bikinis for £8 and then 1 caipirinha. And I also did notice the beach vendors in Brazil, they trust you to pay at the end of the day, which I thought was very cool. So I've ended up staying at Copacabana Beach with my little caipirinha, just because it's fucking vibes. It's so nice here. I'm just going to stay here till sunset, and then I'm going out later for some samba and some carnival extra activities. I'm just here living my best life on Copacabana Beach. I'd never want to leave. It's stunning. I've just been here for a few hours just chilling. I've had a caipirinha and yeah, I just don't seem to want to leave. I'm back from the beach. Time for a night out in Lapa. Hope I don't get too drunk. Let's see.
Very hungover, lad.
Stand by. Okay, so I had a gorgeous little beach day at the Copacabana Beach. Just got back, I've got ready, and now I'm going out for my night out in Lapa. So it's like 9:30 now, so I'm going out and then I'll try to film, but I don't know if I'll be able to get quite a lot because I might be drunk, so yeah. For my last night in Rio, I went on a bar crawl in the Lapa district. I booked this through Get Your Guide, and the day before the bar crawl, you're added to a WhatsApp group with everyone and told the time and location to meet. When I arrived, we were given some free bottles of cachaça to loosen up before the impromptu samba lesson, which was really fun even though my samba moves were pretty awful. We then carried on drinking and headed over to the Sierra Leone steps for some caipirinhas and to take a group photo, and then the last stop of the night was a nightclub where the music and vibes were amazing. I then headed back to the hotel room around 3 AM after making a bunch of new friends. I can't believe how many people there are. Oh my god.
I think I'm still drunk. Maybe a little bit, but I had a fantastic night last night. I met so many lovely people, and now I've got to get on a 4-hour transfer to Paraty, so I hope that goes well. I'm now on my way to get my transfer to Paraty. I'm very hungover, lad. Hopefully the water will sort me out. Cheers. So to end my time in Rio, I'm just sitting here on the floor waiting for my transfer, but it's been amazing. I don't want to leave. Rio is like the best city, one of the best cities I've visited, maybe the best, but there's just so much to do here. You definitely need like 2 weeks at least to visit like the whole of Rio because it's massive. But we went out in Lapa last night, met some lovely people. I'm still very hungover if you can't tell from the voice. But yeah, off to Paraty now just to have some relaxed time and then maybe do a waterfall tour or two. So yeah.
So I'm just leaving Paraty now. I've literally not filmed for like 3 days because I think you can tell from my voice I've been really ill. I'm on my way to Sao Paulo now, but I thought I'd just give you a quick tour of the place I've been staying in. Excuse the mess, but it's got all your basic necessities. Mirror, mind the mess, fridge, bed, my stuff, TV, aircon, and then go through here. Just a shower, sink, mirror, toilet. So yeah, this was £160 for 2 nights. So this was £160 for 3 nights, sorry, not 2 nights. Just getting the bus now to Sao Paulo from Paraty, and it'll be 6 hours, so I'll see you in Sao Paulo. Okay, so I've just got to the apartment in Sao Paulo. Look at this beautiful view behind me. So I'll just give you a little tour now of the apartment. When I came here, they do have facial recognition to get in and out, but it didn't work for me. I don't know why, but yeah, give you a tour now.
Walk in, we've got a double lock, and then we've got the phone to reception, and then we walk over here. This is the view from outside, lovely. We've got a little kitchenette with storage, a microwave, oven, and there's also a hob in that bottom drawer. We've got a fridge there, and then walk over to here. We've got the bed with mirrors, and then we've got a computer setup, a TV setup, and a fan. There's no AC. And then we've got storage here with all my stuff on, and then more storage here in the big wardrobe, and then a long length mirror as well, and then a stunning view of the outside. And here we have the bathroom. We've got a rainfall shower, toilet, storage, sink, and we've got all your amenities like soap and everything. So yeah. For 2 nights this was £70, and they've also got a pool, sauna, gym, games room downstairs, and laundry as well, so sensational. What a beautiful little sunset. Stunning. So, seeing as it's my last day here in Brazil, I thought I'd give a little recap of my time here, and I'm just in the pool for a little bit of change of scenery. So, number 1 would be travelling alone, and also travelling alone as a female, because they can be different, I feel like, sometimes. So, as soon as I landed in Sao Paulo, I didn't feel like, what's the word? I think it was just a mix of emotions of coming here on my own and it being my first big trip, so I didn't feel totally safe. But as time went on, I went to Ilha Grande, Paraty and Rio, where I felt very safe, even as a solo female traveller. I think my nerves just got the better of me in the first few days when I was in Sao Paulo, but I did hear mixed reviews from other travellers that I've met saying that they didn't like Sao Paulo that much either as well. Considering that all the places that I heard the most about was Rio, I heard the most negativity about it. I felt very safe in Rio. I felt comfortable. A lot of people did say, oh, you need to watch out for your phones, blah, blah, blah. And I think that is true, but I also think it's like, take it with a pinch of salt, because it's people that are like
just filming out and about, like everywhere, always got the phone out. Like it's similar to London, like people in London get their phone snatched all the time, and it's people that have got it just openly waving it about. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. The third and fourth thing that I'd like to talk about is the language barrier and eSIMs. So in Brazil, they speak Portuguese or Brazilian Portuguese, and I did know this before coming here, but I only learned like very basic, like hello, good morning, hi, can you help me? I don't speak any Portuguese. Like I only learned very basic Portuguese, and that did not help me at all. But that again is my fault. So I would definitely say that you need to know Portuguese before coming here. Like you can get along with just using Google Translate, but it does hinder some things because I don't know, it's very taxing because you need to always have internet to be able to use Google Translate, and if you don't, if it's playing up a bit, that also ties into eSIMs. So when I got here, I used the Airalo eSIM and the Holofly eSIM. So the Airalo, I do think is quite expensive. It was like £20 for like 2 gigabytes of data, and I needed a lot more than that, to be fair. And then I went over to Holofly just because it was too expensive to keep using the Airalo one, and that is unlimited for $20 I think it is. And I really do prefer the Holofly one. It cuts out sometimes depending where you are, but so did the Airalo one. So I would probably say the Airalo one was more reliable, but the Holofly gives you more data. Like it gives you unlimited data basically, and it only cuts out like in certain places, like when you're in a foresty area or you go through a tunnel. That's about it. And then yeah, just to go back to the language barrier, it was completely on me, but definitely learn Portuguese before coming out here. And then for the last recap, I just like to go over how it is traveling solo. Like for my first big backpacking trip, like I've only ever done one solo trip before, and that was to Palma. So this was like 3 weeks on my own in a country I've never been to, backpacking, and I loved it. It was amazing. I've loved every second of it. I highly recommend doing a backpacking trip or even little trips solo. It's so freeing, and you get to see and meet so many lovely people. Like the Brazilian people that I've met have been absolutely amazing, like gorgeous inside and out. They're so friendly and welcoming. Even my stupid little English self not being able to communicate, but they're so welcoming. I've just loved it here. It's been amazing. And then the people that I've met in hostels or while I've been out doing tours as well, it's just a great way to meet people that you never would have met before. So yeah, I highly recommend solo traveling. The next thing I'll talk about is Airbnbs and hotels and hostels, and which ones were the best that I stayed in. So I stayed in quite a few Airbnbs and hotels, and I only stayed in one hostel. But the one hostel that I stayed in was more Ipanema hostel in Rio, which was amazing. It was £30, which is not too bad for a hostel. It had a lot of amenities and the rooms were very nice. And I stayed in a 6-bed female dorm hostel, and I met some lovely people there. So I do recommend staying in hostels. The reason I didn't stay in more hostels just in Rio is just because they literally doubled in price. They were like £150 for one night just because of Carnival. But if they were cheaper, I would have loved to stay in more, because you can meet so many fun and exciting people in hostels. And then for hotels and Airbnbs, they were largely what I stayed in. Airbnb did end up being cheaper than the hotels that I had picked. I think the few hotels that I stayed in were more than 150 pounds. I think the one I stayed in Rio was 300 pounds for 2 nights, whereas the Airbnbs cost me like under 100 pounds for like 2 or 3 nights, which is a bargain. And the first one I stayed in Sao Paulo cost me like £40 for 2 nights, and it had a rooftop pool and sauna and everything. So I would highly recommend looking on Airbnb first compared to booking.com.
Okay, so again, I'm leaving now. I'm leaving to go to the airport to take me to my flight. Then I'll go back to London, and then London to Manchester. I'm on my way to my flight.
Brazil was my first trip as a solo female backpacker, and it was amazing. I would definitely go back. If any of you guys have got any recommendations for Brazil for when I do go back, please leave them in the comments below. And then to top it off for my trip, I got a free upgrade from economy to premium economy on the way back, and it was the best experience ever. It was amazing. I can't go back now. I'm a premium economy person for life.
Coming out. Oh, want the world to know. Want to let it show. I'm coming. Burger. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum.
Subscribe. But for now, I'm gonna go. So see you next time, guys. Peace.